Gary, Matt Bowers obviously signed his new contract extension. Have you noticed any difference in him immediately? I mean, most players I'd ask if they've grown an inch or two.
Yeah, I've just noticed that he's growing up, as in his personality. He's been around the first team now for some time, which is what he needed, and which is what we needed, just to get that experience of being comfortable around professionals and around first team players. And so that's been vital experience for him, because he's got all the tools, that's for sure. And at the right time, we'll ask him to show the public exactly what he's got.
And are there negotiations going on with other players? I'm not expecting you to name names, but or was he just one special case that needed to really feel like he belonged?
Well, they're all special cases, but I know what you mean. I think it was very good for him to know that another year was going to be put on the end of his contract. It shows that he still is a work in progress, and we spoke with him and his dad. He was happy. He wants to be at the club. He's been here since he was 13 or something, and he wants to get into that first team when he knows that he's ready, and when he'll know that he's ready when I say, "Go on in, here you go." So we just wanted to give him that confidence that he didn't get nervous towards the end of the season about whether he was signing another contract or not.
Last couple of games you've conceded early on. Is that just coincidence, or is there something there that you've got to put a stop to?
Well, we've got to put a stop to it, of course. But Barnett's goal was in the first minute, was it, or second minute, or something, and the last one was in the second minute. And I don't think there's anything that you're doing that if you're letting goals in if it's like the first 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes or something, and they've laid siege to your goal, you can say there's a massive problem here. But when it goes in the first or second minute, they come out of the dressing room raring to go. They want to fight. They want to keep the team out. We was going to go longer to make sure that they didn't get in amongst us early on, and then all of a sudden, the captain, God bless him, when he creates a free kick, it's a foul in the middle third, which we don't really need a foul there. It's just in his enthusiasm to get on the ball and tackle them, and then they put in a free kick that gets their goal. You can do something about it. You can mark the fella and make sure the fella who heads it don't head it in, and you can stop the free kick going in the first place. But obviously, as coaches and managers, we talked about that all night Friday, all week. But that's how it was. But we then spent the next 87 minutes. Obviously, then you're chasing the game a little bit. But there were certain parts of that game that were okay. I thought we did okay, and we certainly dictated the play on lots of occasions. And other people, when you haven't got a result somewhere, start thinking that you haven't played as well in patches as sometimes I think we have, and I've got to put that over to the players for their confidence that we was a couple of goals short of not a bad performance. I didn't think it was a boring performance, which some people have said.
I mean, it certainly shows the character in the team to twice come back from a goal down and get something, but I suppose it also just shows the importance of the first goal, doesn't it? If you can do that, then you've got so much better chance of going on and winning games.
Yeah, that's it. When we go a goal up, we any team that goes a goal up has that freshness and that enthusiasm, because the opposition have got to score 2 to beat you. But and not generally, we're quite comfortable at 1-0 up, and so it'd be great for a change, because obviously the last 2 games have been 1-0 down. We went 1-0 up at Mansfield and played well until the shenanigans of the sending offs, and not even the first sending off. We were still playing well with 10 men, but once we went down to 9 men, then it became a bit of a problem. So that showed, that if you can get that first goal, your team plays with a little bit more confidence and command.
You lost 3-1 at Vale Park back in October. Tom Pope got a couple that day. I mean, he was just coming into a rich run of form at the time. I suppose the timing of when you play a team can be quite important. Not you've got to play them twice a season anyway, but the timing is the luck of the draw. Is he the main threat again, if you like?
He's definitely a threat, and he probably is their main threat. I mean, on that day, that was the manager's first home game, and everybody was up for it. The crowd was up for it, and I thought they played very, very well that day. Tom Pope in particular played very, very well that day. And he is a good player, and if you allow him to play his game, then he can be very dangerous. But he's not the only one, of course. And I keep saying, any team in this division have got their dangerous players, and those dangerous players that score goals or make goals or stop goals, they're the ones that can be quite a big difference in where you are in the league. Now, at the moment, both our teams would feel at times we've looked like being top half of the table in some performances, and in some performances both managers would feel we haven't played well enough to be in the top half. So it's both teams still could be either a bottom half team or a top half team, and it's quite a big game on Saturday for both of us. Just to it's not as though you're going to go up too many places, but just getting points quickly now will stop you having to try and get points later on.
Obviously, Wright and Moore are still suspended. Injuries, how's the squad?
I think those two are suspended. Obviously, you've still got the same with Crennas and Fozzie, although they're doing very well at the minute, but Fozzie's not training with the first team yet, but Crennas is. Not in contact, but he's doing his crossing and he's doing a lot of running, he's doing a lot of work with the physios. They're doing great for him, and those two, along with Janai, have worked their socks off to get into a position where they're now not a million miles away. It's just getting max sharpness. We haven't got time to give them a pre-season, if you like, but we're going to try and get them ready as soon as we can.